Hey guys, welcome to the Conversation Starter Show, the show where we list, rank and tier all things football and invite you guys, the audience, to get in on the conversation by commenting below. Now today's episode, we're going to be ranking the top 10 greatest football stadiums from around the world.
Yeah mate, but before we get started, make sure you click like, subscribe and check out all the great content they have on Football Worldwide.
That's right. You start us off, buddy, number 10.
Mate, my number 10, I've got Allianz, the German kind of
Allianz
giant stadium, built in 2005, 71,000 people capacity, hosted the 2012 Champions League final, and obviously home for Bayern Munich.
And obviously Bayern Munich are clearly the biggest German team, particularly on an international scale.
Definitely.
People around the know who they are. It's only a newer stadium, that's why we've got it lower in the list.
Yeah, it doesn't have the history of some of the others.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. If you go look at this, it looks show pictures
stunning.
You can change the colour. It's the only stadium in the world that can change colour. So Allianz Stadium is number 10. Now number 9 for me, I'm going to go another German team here.
Yeah.
Borussia Dortmund's home ground, the home of the yellow wall as it's known.
Yes.
Okay, this place goes off. Now this place was built in 1974 and has an 80,000 capacity to it, so it's a huge stadium. But man, if you see this in any Champions League games or Bundesliga games, it's a very intimidating place to go. And it's just, it's a great stadium, it's a beautiful place, looks like a great place to watch football, so that's number 9.
Yeah man, that's what we kind of judged this off as well, bud. We said the history, but also the intimidation, the atmosphere and everything like that. Like, our team's intimidated to go to this stadium. That kind of helped us judge as well.
That's exactly.
Mate, my number 8, or our number 8, we've got the Maracana. Okay, the Brazil Giant Stadium.
Yeah, it's a very iconic stadium, this one.
Yeah, 1950s it was built, 78,000 capacity, hosted 2 World Cups.
Two World Cups, that's right.
World Cups, that's
and Olympic Games as well, it's had the final there as well.
And then the iconic 190,000 people game.
Now, I don't know, I didn't actually get a picture. I assume it wasn't built the same way because I don't know how they got...
Mate, I just don't think there was OHS back then, but they just had opened it up, people stormed it, and there was just standing room only.
Yeah.
But
so almost 200,000 people watching a game. That's
just imagine, like, you could only imagine because you wouldn't be able to see that now.
And it's the home of the Brazil national team, which is, we kind of know Brazil's the national team around their football. Okay, so alright, we're going to go to number 7 now for me, and this one's very close to my heart. It's my boys Inter, the Giuseppe Meazza Stadium, the San Siro,
as I know it.
Okay, the San Siro is built in 1926, 80,000 plus capacity there. It's had some Euro Championship finals. It's also had a couple of Champions League finals. Yeah. But mate, I can speak from first-hand experience. I went to the Milan derby a couple of years ago, and that place full of 80,000 Milan and Inter supporters going crazy. Now, the reason it's probably not quite as high as well is because I think it's getting older and it does need a little bit of an update, and they are looking at updating now, but I mean, it's such an iconic stadium and two of the biggest teams in world football. So number 7, the Giuseppe Meazza.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Number 6, we're going back to South America and we're going the Azteca.
The Azteca, that's a Mexico City one.
This one is a giant. Mate, we got built in 66, 105,000, and we read that right, 105,000 people, Timmy. Yeah. That is incredible. Hosted the 1970 and 86 World Cups.
Finals, and had the final there. Actually, the final there.
So just a monster stadium. It's hard to fathom.
It's the home of the Mexican national team as well, which is, I think it'd be a pretty intimidating place to go to play. Mexico City, the Azteca. So such a cool stadium. It's just an epic looking place.
Yeah.
Okay, number 5.
Top 5, mate. Let's go.
Top 5. Number 5 for us. We're going to go. This is a team we both hate equally as much. But Old Trafford is a classic, iconic stadium, and especially in Australia and England, it's one of the most feared home grounds to go to play at. Now, Old Trafford's built in 1910. It's 75,000 capacity. It's hosted the Champions League final in 2003, and it's had so many iconic games there and moments there in the English Premier League. So Old Trafford, you can't really go past. It has to be in the top 5.
Yeah, mate. And you can't really talk about English football without Man U and without Liverpool. Okay, so we've got Anfield, built in 1884. It's the oldest one on our list.
That's ridiculous.
It's only 45,000 capacity. It's actually probably the smallest on our list. But again, you're building it in the 1800s, so I mean, you don't need as many people.
What it loses in capacity size, you're making up for in atmosphere. Because
exactly.
Anfield's second to none really for atmosphere, isn't it?
It's amazing, and as I said, what makes the whole top 5 actually is you think of a team and you know straight away the stadium, and it's pretty special when you can just
the iconic this is the Anfield thing
the touch of the sign that you see, even down to like if you watch Ted Lasso, they've got their I believe sign, and it's still like a parody of that. That's how iconic it is, and you'll never walk alone kind of ring you around that stadium.
It's very
special.
So. Okay, number 3.
Top 3,
this is getting very serious business end here, but number 3, we're going to go the Camp Nou, Barcelona's home ground. Now, Camp Nou is built in 1957, has a 98,000 seat capacity. It's huge. It's hosted Champions League final there, but obviously it doesn't really matter what's being played there. Camp Nou is so iconic, and there's been so many iconic games there, particularly between Real Madrid and Barca. So that's number 3 on our list, is Camp Nou.
Yeah, but and like we did with the kind of English rivalry, we're doing the same here with the Spanish one. We're going straight into the Bernabeu for our number 2.
That's right, home of Real Madrid, so probably the greatest football team of all time. Greatest football club, should I say, of all time.
Football club, and probably has a couple of the greatest football teams of all time.
Of course.
Built in 47, 85,000 people as well.
Monster.
And it's had the 2010 Champions League and the 82 World Cup
finals there. That's
that's iconic. And obviously part of the kind of El Clasico rivalry every year that it just seems so incredible to go to. So
that's right.
The Bernabeu.
Okay, so number 1 for us. Now, before we get to number 1, make sure you leave a comment below. Make sure you tell us that you think we're wrong, because I'm sure people are going to have different opinions.
I know, like, we left out great stadiums. I know that we left out Stamford Bridge.
There's plenty,
so many other great ones.
And there's some great ones, even the South African one for the World Cup. I can't remember the name of it, but I think it's Soccer City or something like that. It's a great stadium.
We talked even about the MCG, which is, as a stadium, so special, but it's
a football stadium.
I know the Victory play there, but it's not a football stadium. I actually saw Liverpool play there, and it was incredible. So as a stadium, MCG is amazing. It's not a football stadium.
That's right. So number 1 on our list, I'm sure you guys know what we're going to be saying. Number 1, it's the home of football. When you think of like the biggest football game, if you're going to play it in one place, it's got to be at Wembley Stadium. Okay, so Wembley Stadium. It is built in 2007. It's the new version of it. 90,000 people, so it's a monster of a stadium. It's had 2 Champions League finals already just at this new version of it. And I mean, again, when you think iconic football stadiums, Wembley's kind of it. Okay?
It definitely is, man.
If we're gonna have the final football game of history.
You're gonna chuck it on Wembley. The final of the championship, like the playoff, is always played there to get promoted. It's such a big event.
That's right.
If England's going to have an event, it's going to be at Wembley.
That's for
be it music or definitely for soccer. Wembley's the place. So.
And as much as it's insufferable sometimes hearing that it's coming home, I mean, England is the home of football from like they created football. And so I think it's only right to have Wembley as number 1. But again, you tell us what you think.
Most important thing. Get a conversation going. Tell us what we missed. Tell us what we should have had. Tell us what we had too high, too low, everything else, and just let us know your comments.
That's it. We'll see you guys next time.
Thanks, guys.